If you're waiting on a work permit, green card, or family petition, brace yourself. New government data shows backlogs are growing fast, processing times are stretching out, and if you don't act now, you could be stuck waiting for over a year. Welcome back to Visa Intel USA, your go-to source for the latest and most reliable immigration updates. Today, we're diving into something crucial, the Q2 2025 USCIS Performance Report. It's the most recent official data revealing what's really happening behind the scenes, how long your case might take, what categories are slowing down, and why some petitions are just sitting untouched at processing centers. In this report, we see USCIS shifting priorities, approval trends changing, and specific form types getting delayed more than others. Whether you're applying for a family-based green card, EB, one extraordinary ability petition, or work authorization, this breakdown will tell you exactly where things stand and what to expect in the coming months. Case completions are dropping fast. Let's start with the numbers. In Q2 of 2025, covering January to early April, USCIS completed only 2.7 million cases. That's a sharp 18% drop from the same time last year, when they processed 3.3 million. Even compared to the first quarter of this year, that's down by 12%. This is not just a seasonal dip. It reflects deeper issues inside USCIS, staffing limitations, policy shifts, and a growing volume of complex applications. Backlogs at a 10-year high. As a result, pending cases surged by over 1.6 million just this quarter. USCIS is now juggling more than 11 million pending cases, making it the largest backlog the agency has faced in over a decade. But it gets worse. The report confirms that over 34,000 applications haven't even been opened yet. Imagine mailing your paperwork, tracking the delivery, and thinking it's being reviewed, only to find out it hasn't been touched. That's the reality right now. I-129 work visa petitions slowing down. One of the most delayed form types this quarter? Form I-129, used for non-immigrant worker visas like H-1B, O-1, and L-1. Processing times jumped 25% in Q2 and are now 80% higher than they were a year ago. We're seeing more requests for evidence, RFEs, than usual, especially for O-1s and H-1Bs. There's speculation that USCIS has either diverted resources away from I-129s or added more internal review steps, which could explain the slowdowns. If you or your employer are planning to file one of these petitions, prepare now. Longer review times and stricter scrutiny are already the new norm. Green Card Renewals, I-90 a hidden crisis. Let's talk about something that's not making headlines but affects millions. Green Card Renewals, Form I-90. These used to take a month. Now, they're taking over a year in many cases, a 900% increase in processing time. Why? USCIS deprioritized I-90s in favor of other forms. But this is creating a dangerous backlog. Green card holders needing to travel, apply for jobs, or prove status are facing real consequences due to these delays. Pro tip: if your green card is expiring and you're eligible, apply for naturalization instead. You might become a citizen faster than you'd get a renewal. Work permits, I-765 record-breaking backlogs. Next up, Form I-765 for work authorization. These backlogs are now out of control. As of Q2, over 2 million work permits are pending, an 87% increase from Q1 alone. The net backlog increased 18% in just one quarter. That means if you're applying late or waiting for renewal, you risk losing your job or employment opportunity. USCIS has not announced any priority processing for these cases yet, so early filing is your best defense. EB-1A self-petitions, demand surging, approvals falling. Let's shift to employment-based immigration. EB-1A petitions, also known as extraordinary ability green cards, are seeing record demand, but also record delays. As of Q2, over 16,000 EB-1s are pending, the highest number in more than 15 years. Approval rates dropped to 72% overall and are even lower, below 70%, for Indian nationals. One surprising stat? Nigeria is now the third largest filer for EB-1A petitions after India and China, with petition volume doubling year over year. If you're considering this path, make sure your documentation is airtight. We're seeing more R fees and higher rejection risks for weak or incomplete filings. Family-based petitions K1I 751, mixed signals. Let's talk about family cases. K1 fiancé visa petitions Form I-129F are up 20% from last year, with a modest 5% increase in approval rates, now at 69%. That's a good sign, but interview scheduling and processing times are still unpredictable. I-751 removal of conditions filings jumped 51%. That's a massive surge, and these cases are taking more than 3 years to process. If you're still married and eligible for naturalization, consider that route. It can save you time and stress. Adjustment of status. I-485 small rise, slower pace. Form I-485 filings rose just 2% in Q2. Approval rates dropped slightly to 84%. No dramatic changes here, but processing speed depends heavily on your service center and visa category. N-400 citizenship applications, still a bright spot. Citizenship, Form N-400, is still a strong area. Filings are up 10% from Q1, and approval rates remain high at 92%. Even with backlogs, this is still one of the fastest-moving forms at USCIS. If you're eligible, don't delay. This window of efficiency may close soon. Here's what most people don't realize. Now here's the part that many people miss. USCIS is over capacity, but not broken. The system still works, but it favors those who prepare early, file correctly, and don't wait. Many people lose months or years just because they waited too long or submitted incomplete applications. We always recommend act early, file well, and get legal support if needed. Whether you're filing a work permit, a green card, or citizenship, those who move first avoid the worst delays. Final thoughts. Don't wait for things to get worse. If this quarter is a preview of what's ahead, we're looking at slower processing, tighter reviews, and more frustrated applicants. But here's the good news, you still have time to beat the wave. So if you've been thinking about filing, this is your window. Don't let backlogs eat up another year of your life. Get prepared, get your documents ready, and start now. Thanks for watching Visa Intel USA. Subscribe for more real-time immigration updates, tips, and analysis. See you in the next video.